All righty, let's go.
Let's start. Are we starting?
We're starting.
Okay, we're starting.
All right. So now that we're back at home, we want to tell you a little bit about take 4.
Take
Take
24.
What we liked about the 2 different Grand Design models.
Right, so we spent the last 2 days at the Utah RV Super Show. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We looked at a lot of RVs, but we focused on Grand Design, and we did that mainly because we love Grand Design. We've done a lot of research on them, haven't we?
We have, yep, we have. They have a great reputation for service. I also like their philosophy of taking care of their employees. They just seem like they have a really great company.
Yeah, their customer service, at least from what we've found out, is second to none. And if and when you have a problem with your RV, because they are RVs and they all have some sort of a problem, the Grand Design customer service team seems to take care of you. So at least that's been our research. We're not Grand Design owners, but
So I guess we'll see.
That's the path we're headed down. So
Yep.
the 2 models we were looking at, the Reflection 337 and the Solitude 310. Very similar floor plans, but some differences.
Definite differences. And so we would like to go through our top 6 likes.
Top
Our
6.
top 6 likes of each different model. So here we go. You want to start?
Yeah, we'll start with the Reflection. And this kind of is with both, actually, the auto leveling system. They both have auto leveling. The Reflection 337 has a 4-point leveling system that is electric. The Solitude 310 has a 6-point that is hydraulic. So it's a little bit more powerful, a little better. And of course, 2 more points. It's got 2 at the back, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the front, whereas the Reflection has 2 in the front and 2 in the back.
Yep.
But they're both auto leveling. Love that, love that, love that.
Yeah, we don't have auto leveling right now, and so that would shorten our setup time by
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. So
Yep.
that's number 1 on our list. Number 2.
Number 2 on the Reflection 337, I loved the closet. It is huge. I mean, I can put 2 or 3 bodies in there if I wanted to. It probably stores more clothes than I would ever need. But if you're thinking about going full-time and you're going across seasons, even if you're not full-time, but you're going to travel across the country, you like to have, tank tops and shorts all the way up to a nice winter coat and boots. So it does give you that option.
Yeah, huge closet.
Yep.
And in the master bedroom closet, they do have the washer dryer hookups, so you can put that in there, and it'll take some of your space. But just a great closet.
Huge amount.
Yeah.
Yep.
So number 2 for me on the Solitude line was the size, the length. One of our main criteria was to find a fifth wheel that is 35 feet or under. And the Solitude fits that criteria. It's 34 feet 11 inches, whereas the Reflection is a little over 35 feet. I think it's 35 feet 7 inches.
Something like that.
And
Yep.
it's just a little bit bigger, but that was kind of our
cutoff.
Yeah, that was our line in the sand, 35 feet or smaller. So the Solitude fits that very nicely.
Yep, very nicely.
So number 3 on the list.
Number 3 for the 337 for me, it has a beautiful hutch on the one end of the kitchen. You could use it as a wine bar, a coffee hutch, whatever. Just gives you so much more counter space and a lot of drawer space. So it was...
And cabinets.
Yeah, and cabinets too, but it was a wonderful addition to think of all the different things, especially, we're not sure right now if we're going to go full time, but we do expect to spend anywhere from 2 to 3 months all the way up to 6 months at one point in time. So, we're kind of quasi full time, and just having that extra kitchen counter space would really be a big addition.
Right. It's a beautiful hutch, very well made, and a beautiful piece of furniture.
Yep.
So number 3 on the Solitude line for both of us is the island in the kitchen. The kitchen island is massive for an RV.
For an RV, yes.
It was just, beautiful. The Corian-like countertop.
Yep.
The
60/40 sink. There's
stainless
space.
steel sink. Yeah.
There's space on either side of the sink to do food prep, doing your dishes, whatever. It is a beautiful, and then also on that model, on the actual base of the kitchen island, the base is the raised wood cabinets that match the other cabinets. It's just very well done.
Yeah, very nice workmanship. And
Yeah.
so the kitchen island is something that we really like. The island on the Reflection 337 is nice, but the one on the Solitude, much bigger.
The Solitude does give you the option to install a dishwasher. So if you wanted to have a dishwasher, this is where it would go. If you don't put a dishwasher in, then it gives you great space for maybe boots or large pots and pans.
Yeah, it's a cabinet.
It's a cabinet.
By default, it's a cabinet, and then they can convert that. It's plumbed for a washer dryer if you want that option.
Yep.
Okay,
You go next.
we're on to number 4, and on the Reflection line of the 337, next on the list, just tons and tons of storage everywhere. Cabinets, drawers, more cabinets.
Pantry.
A big, huge pantry. Yes, I think it has more storage than we would probably be able to use.
Well, you know what they say. You fill up what you have.
Yeah.
But we find that we try to be minimalistic when we're out. And so right now we don't use that much storage space, but I'm sure we would fill it up.
No, I don't think we would. Okay, number 4 on the Solitude.
On the Solitude, they have beautiful panoramic windows. By having the panoramic windows, they take away a few of the cabinets across the top, but there's so much storage space anyway that I just love having those panoramic windows open up on all sides, but especially to your campfire side. It just gives the feeling of immense room in the trailer or in the fifth wheel.
Right, and those windows are just spectacular to see. We talked to another dealer, and he was telling us the model that we were looking at, a totally different brand, and he was claiming that the windows on that model were 30% bigger than anything out there. We didn't say anything, but we had just come from looking at the Solitude, and the windows that he was showing us were anywhere close to being as big as on the Solitude. So
Yep.
it's fantastic.
Yep,
Just
just
fantastic.
that wide open feeling. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay, so we're up to number 5 now, back to the Solitude.
Oh, you have to do back to the Solitude?
Yeah, the Solitude, you got number 5 there.
Okay, Solitude on that one. Ooh, I know which one I love. The Televator. I am not a
Okay,
big...
but that's the Solitude.
Yes, you said the Solitude.
Oh, my bad. So, okay, we'll stay with the Solitude because that's where we were. I got all confused.
He does that sometimes. So, on the Solitude, because that's what he asked for, it has the Televator. I am not a big TV person while we're out camping. Now, if we're going to go full time, maybe I'll like to have the TV inside the RV more often. But this one, it's beautiful.
Got to watch a football game.
Yeah.
Come on.
The TV goes down, 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 and then it automatically has the wood flip over. So it's just a nice wood countertop with a window behind
Yeah,
it.
it totally disappears behind the fireplace, and there's another window.
Another beautiful window to see the outside, which is why we're there in the first place.
Right.
So, all right, you can do the reflection.
So now back to the Reflection, number 5 on the Reflection, and this is important to me as well. The price point on the Reflection is about $15,000 less than the Solitude in a similar similarly equipped package. So $15,000, it's a bit of money. And that can be, I mean, just think of how many campsites you can reserve, or how much diesel fuel you can buy, or whatever. $15,000 is a big difference. But when you look at the Solitude, you can see where they put the money. There's reasons it costs more. So that's, you know, that's a big selling point for the Reflection for us, is that it is, I don't want to say cheaper, because it's not
It's
cheap.
less expensive.
Nothing is cheap about the Reflection line. It's a beautiful, beautiful rig, and it's just less expensive by about $15,000.
Which worries him more than it does
Yeah.
me.
Well,
All right, so the next thing I love about the Solitude
okay, we're up to number 6.
has a central vac. So I can just sweep up and put it right there, push on the button, and all the dirt goes away. I don't even have a central vac at home, so that would be a true treat.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So number 6 on the Reflection line. The end tables are a little bit bigger than on the Solitude. I guess that maybe means that the sofa is a little bit smaller, but for just the two of us, we don't care. It kind of like those bigger end tables, and they have a door that you can open up, put things into them. So it's kind of nice, the larger end tables next to the sofa on the Reflection line.
Yep. So now back to the Solitude. When you walk in the Solitude, it just feels so homey. It feels so wide open, and I think that's a multiple reasons bring that all together. The wood floors are a little bit lighter. It's 6 inches wider. How much taller is it?
I don't remember how much taller it is, but it's taller.
But it's taller.
And gosh, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's just flat all the way across. It doesn't have that slope to the roof.
So much so that he can stand up in the bedroom he's 6'2", so without even crunching down a little bit, he can stand up and not feel like his head is going to touch the top of it.
Right. It just has that one height for the whole RV, and so the living space towards the back is just as tall, and it just gives you a taller ceiling and just a more expanse feeling.
Yep.
It just feels larger.
So it's taller, it's wider, it's lighter coloring, and it's got those panoramic windows. So all of those things combined just make for that really open, homey feeling.
Yeah. 2 great RVs. I think we're kind of settling on the Solitude 310. Not sure if we're going to go new or used, or if we can even find used. They seem to hold their value, and they seem to go pretty quick. So I guess time will tell whether that's what we end up with or not. We're not quite ready to make the purchase yet, but that's where we're headed.
We're excited.
Yeah.